So in today's lecture we are going to see the numericals on the transformer, whatever we have covered up till. So we'll see first what are the formulas that are required. So we have seen the transformation ratio, right? So that is, formula is V2 divided by V1 is equal to E2 divided by E1 is equal to I1 divided by I2, right? And N2 divided by N1. So remember, this only term of current I is reversed, or everything is N2 divided by N1, V2 divided by V1, E2 divided by E1 and I1 divided by I2. So just remember this, the term of current is reversed. So the numericals are this, they may can score you out of marks. So just try to attend numericals, and they are asked for the board exams. So we'll see the another formula. What is the another formula? That capacity, we have seen the capacity of transformer. So it is given as kVA is equal to V1 I1 divided by 1000 is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. And the EMF equations, that is E1 is equal to 4.44 phi m F into N1. So this is about the primary side. E2 is equal to 4.44 phi m F into N2, that is of secondary side. So these are the formulas required to solve these examples. They are very easy. So we'll start with the first. So just read the problem very carefully and then write the what is given data, what we have to find, what are the formulas, and then solve the example. Now first example is, one winding of transformer has 400 turns. So I'll write here given data. So here given. So what is given? One winding of transformer has 400 turns. So one transformer, that will be N1 equal to 400. So whatever turns may be. So if it is first, then we will write N1. And another has 1000 turns. So N2 is equal to 1000, right? State which is LT winding and which is HT winding. The LT winding is connected to 500 volt supply. Find the primary voltage and secondary voltage. So they have asked to find what they have asked, primary voltage. So how we denote primary voltage? V1 and V2. To find V1 and V2. So now first we have to understand what is LT and what is HT. Right. So we know number of turns or the voltage which is there, it depends upon the number of turns. More number of turns, more will be the voltage. Less number of turns, lesser will be the voltage. Now here, what will be the voltage of this 1000 as compared to 400? Right? So the 1000 turns, that means voltage is more, right? Voltage is more as compared to this. So here 1000 turns, that means 1000 turns, that means higher is the voltage. So voltage is directly proportional to the number of turns. Low voltage winding, LT, that means a low voltage winding has less turns, and HT means high voltage winding has more turns. So what they have asked here, state which is LT winding and which is HT winding. So number of turns, voltage depends on number of turns. This is the first point, right? Now low voltage winding has less turns. Low voltage winding has less turns. And more number of turns, that will be high voltage winding. High voltage winding has higher turns. Now from here, low voltage winding, that means LT, and high voltage winding, that means HT. From this sentence, low voltage winding has less turns. Now who has less turns, 400 or 1000? So it is 400. So this will be the low voltage winding, and high voltage winding, it will be the 1000 turns winding will be the high voltage winding. Now they have asked us to find V1 and V2, primary voltage and secondary voltage, right? Now they have given N1 and N2. From how we will find, we have formula. N2 divided by N1 is equal to V2 divided by V1. So we'll just write formula N2 divided by N1 is equal to V2 divided by V1. So we'll substitute the values. So what is value of N2? That is 1000 divided by N1, that is 400. Right. Now they have also given the LT winding is connected to 500 volts. LT winding, that means 500 volts supply. As we have discussed, primary winding, which winding is called primary winding? The winding which is connected to supply is called primary winding. So here LT winding, which is LT winding? Winding which has 400 turns is LT winding. So it means it is primary number of turns. So we have already written primary number of turns is 400, and the supply to this is 500 volts. So V1, they have given V1 is equal to 500. Right. So we got the V1 from this sentence itself in the question only. So V1 is 500. Now we will substitute the value of V1, that is 500. Now V2 is equal to 1000 divided by 400 into 500. Right. Now when solving this, V2 will be 1250 volts. Right. So this is the answer. We got the V2 and we also got the V1. So just remember, number of turns, voltage depends upon the number of turns. More number of turns, voltage is more. Less number of turns, voltage will be less. Now they have asked us to find which is the high voltage winding and low voltage winding. From turns, comparing the turns, 400 is less. That means it is a low voltage winding. And comparing this turns, high voltage winding has 1000 turns. Now they have said LT winding, that means 400 turns winding is connected to the supply voltage. So we have seen the voltage or supply, whichever winding is given supply, is called primary winding. So this primary winding, that means this is V1. Primary supply voltage, it is a V1, and it is connected to this, that means it is N1. So this is N1, this is N2, and this is V1. So we can find V2, right? So from this formula we find V2. Now we'll go to the next example. A transformer has primary voltage 6600 volts, right? So the given data, what is given? The primary voltage, that is V1 is equal to 6600 volts, and secondary voltage, that is V2 is equal to 250 volts. Now it has 52 secondary turns. Secondary, that means N2 is equal to 52. Find the number of primary turns. What to find? Primary number of turns, that is N1. So similar formula, that is N2 divided by N1 is equal to V2 divided by V1. So N2 is 52 divided by N1 is equal to, what is V2? 250 divided by 600. Now we have to find N1. So N1 is equal to, what I will do, I will transfer this values here and N1 here, right? And this values here. So 52 into 6600 divided by 250. After solving this, you will get the answer for N1. So N1 has 1373 turns, right? So just remember to give units. So we have found here voltage V2 secondary, so we have written here volts. Here number of turns, N1 is equal to 1373 turns. So this is the second example. So these examples are based on this formula only. So just remember this formula. We'll move to the next example. 2400 volts. Given data. So what is given here? 2400. So they are given us in ratio 2400 volts. They have given volts, right? So that means this is primary, this is secondary. So we'll write V1 is equal to 2000 and V2 is equal to 400, right? 20 kVA. The unit itself says kVA. They have given kVA, that is 20 kVA. Transformer has 600 turns in secondary. They have said secondary, 66 turns. Calculate, that means to find, what we have to find? Primary number of turns, we have to find N1, and secondary full load current, that means I2, right? Now we know V1, we know V2, right? We know V1, we know V2. Similar to this example, we can find N1. So first we will find N1. So V2 divided by V1 is equal to N2 divided by N1. So after substituting these values, what is V2? That is 400 divided by what is V1? 2000 is equal to N2, that is 66 divided by N1. Right. Now from this we will find N1. So we will transfer this N1 here and this terms here. So 66 into 2000 divided by 400. So our answer will be 330 turns. Right. So our N1 is equal to 330. We found here N1. Now what we have to find is I2. How we will find I2? Can we use this formula? N2 divided by N1 is equal to I1 divided by I2 to find I1? No. Why? Because we just know this two terms. We don't know this, right? To find this I2. So what is the formula? Another formula, that is they have given here kVA, right? So you can use the formula of kVA. So kVA, so this is wrong, we have to not use this. So kVA is equal to V1 I1 divided by 1000 is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. What we have to find here? Secondary full load current. So we will just go for this secondary. So kVA is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. So what is V2? V2 is 400. What is I2? We have to calculate it, right? So I will write here I2 divided by 1000 is equal to kVA. They are given here kVA, that is 20 kVA. Now from this equation we can find I2, right? So 400 into I2 is equal to 20 into 1000. That is I2 is equal to 20 into 1000 divided by 400. So our answer will be 50 ampere. Right? So our answer will be 50 ampere. That is I2. So they have given us kVA. So from this kVA, what we did? We have formula kVA is equal to V1 I1 divided by 1000 is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. But here we have to calculate for I2. So we will just take this part. So kVA is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. And after substituting these values, we will get this answer. Right. Now we will go to the second. So the transformer has voltage ratio. They have given the voltage ratio 6600 primary and 500 volts secondary. So just remember the first term is for primary and second is for secondary. If a winding has 50 turns, if the winding having 50 turns is connected to 500 volt supply. Now this is very easy example, but what they are doing, they are confusing you. So I will tell you. First we have to write the given data, right? Now here the transformer has a voltage ratio of 6600, that will be V1 is equal to 6600 and V2 is equal to 500 volt. If the winding having 50 turns is connected to 500 volt supply, what does it mean? That this both are voltages, right? So this is our primary voltage, this is our secondary voltage, right? Now what they are saying, if the winding having 50 turns, so winding having 50 turns is connected to 500 volt supply, that means it is connected to this. So I will draw here diagram so that you can understand it. So this is our transformer, right? This they have given it has 6600 volt supply in primary and 500 volt supply on secondary, right? Now what they are saying, if the winding having 500 turns is connected to 500 volt supply, that means the winding is secondary winding. Why? Because if the winding having 50 turns is connected to 500 volt supply, that means it is secondary number of turns they have given this. That means this is N2 is equal to 50 turns. If the question will be like this, if the winding having 50 turns is connected to 6600 turns, then this will be N1. But now they have said to 500 volt supply, that means that this is N2, right? Now what they have asked, and takes 10 ampere current. So this winding takes 10 ampere current, that means this is I2, that is 10 ampere. The same winding takes 10 ampere current, that means they have given us I2. Find the turns, that means we have known N1, we have to find N1. We know N2, we have to find N1, and primary current also. So we have to find N1 and N1. Now we know formula, we know V1 and V2. So V2 divided by V1 is equal to N2 divided by N1 is equal to I1 divided by I2. So first we'll find the number of turns. So what is V2 divided by V1 is equal to N2 divided by N1, right? Now we'll substitute the values. So what is V2? That is 500 divided by, what is V1? 6600. N2, that is 50 divided by N1. From here we can find N1 is equal to 50 into 6600 divided by 500. So after solving this, what will be our answer? 660 turns, that is N1. Now we have to find I1. So we know voltage, we know secondary current, we have to find I1. So V2 divided by V1 is equal to I1 divided by I2. So what is V2? That is 500 divided by 6600. We have to find I1, and what is I2? That is 10 ampere. So from here I1 is equal to 500 into 10 divided by 6600. Now our answer for I1 is 0.7575 ampere. After you solve this, our answer is 0.7575 ampere. So this is I1, right? So all examples are based on this formula and this formula and this formula, right? So you have to just remember the formula, and if you know where to apply which formula, then it is very easy. Now we'll go to the last example. So it says a 30 kVA transformer has 500 turns on the primary. So we'll just write the given. They have given 30 kVA. That is kVA. They have mentioned kVA is equal to 30 kVA. Transformer has a 500 turns on primary. That means turns, that is N1 is equal to 500. N2 50 turns on secondary. So this is 50 turns. Primary is connected to 3000 volts. That means V1 is equal to 3000 volts and frequency they have given is equal to 50 hertz. So what we have to find is primary and secondary current. So we have to find primary and secondary current, but they have given full load and half load. Right, so we will first, I will tell you how to find full load and half load. So first we will find the full load. So we know KVA, right? We know KVA. So from here, KVA is equal to V1 I1 divided by 1000 is equal to V2 I2 divided by 1000. So what we have to find? Primary and secondary currents at full load and half load. So we know this 30 kVA is 30. We know voltage, right? We know V1. So we know kVA, we know V1. So from here we can find I1, right? So kVA, that is 30 kVA is equal to what is V1? 3000 into I1 divided by 1000. So from this 30 into 1000 divided by 3000, what will be the answer? 10 ampere. So whenever we calculated this current is a full load current, right? So this I1 is equal to 10 ampere. This current is at full load. Now we have asked to find the half load. So what we have to do? We have to just divide it by 2. So I1 at half load is equal to 10 divided by 2. That will be 5 ampere, right? So we have calculated the primary current at full load and half load. Now we have to calculate the current, secondary current. Now we know N1, we know N2. We also know N2 divided by N1 is equal to I1 divided by I2. From here, what is N2? N2 is 50. What is N1? N1 is 500. Is equal to what is I1 we have calculated? I1 is 10 ampere. So this is 10 and what is I2 we have to calculate it, right? Now from this we will calculate the I2. So I2 is equal to 10 into 500 divided by 50. So from here what we get? We get I2 is equal to 100, right? We get I2 is equal to 100. So this is full load secondary current I2. Now we have to calculate half load. So I2 is equal to 100. For half load, what we have to do? I2 divided by 2. That means 100 divided by 2 is equal to 50 ampere and I2 is 100 ampere. So at half load it is 50 ampere. So this is about the first primary and secondary currents at full load and half load. So we have calculated that. Now they have asked us to find secondary voltage. Secondary voltage, that is V2. So we know N1, we know N2, we also know V1. So from this N2 divided by N1 is equal to V2 divided by V1. So what is N2? So N2 is 50. So 50 divided by 500 is equal to what is V2 we have to calculate and what is V1? 3000. So from here 50 into 3000 divided by 500. So what will be the answer? So this will be 300 volts. So V2 is equal to 300 volts. So just remember to give the units or your marks will be cut. So we have calculated the secondary voltage. Now what we have to calculate? Maximum flux in the core. That means we have to calculate phi m, right? We have to calculate phi m. So we have formula here, right? So we have formula E1 is equal to 4.44 phi m into F into N1. So we'll use this. So E1 is equal to 4.445 m into F into N1. So what is E1? So E1 is equal to V1. So we know V1. What is V1? That is 500. So our E1 will be 500, right? So we know E1, that is 500. 4.44 we have to calculate 5m. What is frequency? They have given 50 hertz. So we'll write here into 50. And what is number of turns? N1, that are, what is N1? This is 500, right? Now what we have to do? We have to transfer this. Sorry, here V1 is 3000. So we will write here V1 as 3000, right? So this is 3000. So now what we have to do? We have to find here 5m, right? So here 3000 is equal to, so we will just transfer this, all the terms this side, that is 4.44 into 50 into 500 equal to 5m. After calculating this, 5m answer is 0.027. So the flux, the unit of flux is Weber. So just remember the unit of flux is Weber, and once you calculate give the unit. So what we did in this last, we have to calculate 5m, that is flux. So we know the formula, E1 is equal to 4.445m F into N1. So E1 is equal to V1, right? So we know the value of voltage, so that is 3000. So we substituted the value of this E1 here. 4.445m, we have to calculate this. Frequency they have given 50 hertz. N1, that is number of turns on primary side, that is 500. So from this we calculated the 5m. So I will give homework. We have to solve that 4 questions, right? So this is about it, and if you have any doubts you can ask.